Hi, I'm Elliot Chodoff. I'm from Israel. I was just with Gene Valentino on the Grassroots Truthcast. A great show, wonderful guy teaching important stuff to the American people. So please subscribe.
To celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7, I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes, only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now.
We can also say, adding to the chorus of people saying he should not be speaking that way and want him to clarify, Richie Torres, the congressman, and also Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. So this story continues to grow. Let's bring in our panel, Republican strategist and attorney Ford O'Connell with us, also host of the Grassroots Truthcast podcast, GOP insider Gene Valentino. Guys, great to have you with us.
Great to be with you, Bianca.
So, okay, this may actually be his Achilles heel. 3 times he's asked to clarify, and then there's Dems, John just mentioned Hakeem Jeffries. I added 2 others, Torres and Gillibrand. But I don't know if it's enough, right? Ford, I'll start with you. Mamdani obviously has a following. So while there are things that are horrendous and horrific and shocking, will he continue on and soldier on some of these bad press, even if within his own party?
Yeah, one would think that an avowed socialist who's also a heavy anti-Semite and wants to turn New York City into San Francisco would be a dog with fleas. But unfortunately, given what's happened in New York City and given where the education system has been, particularly in New York State and elsewhere, he's the odds-on favorite to be the next mayor of New York City. And people who are shocked that this guy's risen to power should wake up and realize that this has been going on within the Democratic Party. This is not your father's Democratic Party. This is a Democratic Party that embraces socialism, that embraces Jew hate, that embraces socialism and wants to get rid of the capitalist system.
Yeah, well, I know you're part-time in Florida, sometimes Ford, and Gene, you're in Florida. DeSantis, our governor here, was saying, if we get a kind of a tax on people who are fleeing New York to come here, he could raise, balance the budget here. I mean, it's kind of a joking thing, but maybe not, because to Ford's point, if he wins, a lot of New Yorkers are saying we're out. And President Trump also talked about the funding that he has the ability to pull if there's a communist running the show in New York. Here's what he said.
He called you a communist. Because he's the president, I want to give you a chance to respond directly to him. How do you respond? Are you a communist?
No, I am not. And I have already had to start to get used to the fact that the president will talk about how I look, how I sound, where I'm from, who I am, ultimately because he wants to distract from what I'm fighting for. And I'm fighting for the very working people that he ran a campaign to empower that he has since then betrayed.
I'm sorry, freezing rent and city-run grocery stores, isn't that a communist playbook right there, Gene?
A stupid man behind a pretty face. He is definitely an individual who has no sense of what this America is all about. I cannot understand how the Democrats in New York allowed him to get this far through a primary process. Admittedly, only 400,000 or so voted there, with 3 million Democrats at least on the rolls. So let's hope there's outright indignation that brings everybody to the polls.
Well, there's indignation over another story, and Ford, as an attorney, I really want you to dig in on this. So it came to light that CNN was talking about a new app called Ice Block, but maybe not just talking about it. It came up during the briefing today with Caroline Levitt because it seemed like they were telling people how to use it. This is to evade ICE if you're illegal, and this is what she said today.
Surely it sounds like this would be an incitement of further violence against our ICE officers. As you know, as you stated, there's been a 500% increase in violence against ICE agents, law enforcement officers across the country who are just simply trying to do their jobs and remove public safety threats from our communities. And that's something we as Americans, including journalists at CNN who live in many of these cities where illegal aliens are hiding and were let in from the previous administration, should be very grateful for.
Ford, legally, is there exposure for the network if they were out there promoting this app?
Yes, there is, because it would be seen as really obstructing federal officials from conducting their business. But someone's going to get killed here. I mean, every time they talk about flaunting the law, breaking the law, eventually you're going to put people, citizens as well as ICE agents, in harm's way, and nobody should be accepting that.
No, and Gene, I'll get you on the other hot story today, because it was horrifying to hear the singer Bob Vylan, death to the IDF. It was live on BBC, was playing the concert, Glastonbury. Well, today the U.S. has revoked his visa. I guess they had planned for a 20-city U.S. tour. BBC says, oh, we regret not cutting away from the live broadcast. We're going to readjust our guidance. Well, tour's off because it is the State Department's concern. I mean, your take to where this is, that there's a concert being broadcast live, they don't cut it, and they think they can come to America when they're calling for the death of the IDF?
Yeah, let's hope this is a continuing pattern, Bianca. I think we're seeing in plain view government and the silent majority. The silent majority, admittedly a little wimpish over the past decade, is resurrecting itself and is speaking up and speaking out to take on these dissidents, these people who have blatantly tried to usurp a democratic process away from the Americans. This is under our nose, and America is now stepping up to reverse this bad behavior. There's no other word for it. It's bad behavior.
Yeah, it's hateful speech, and here we are. And he thought he could come to America and cash in. I guess maybe hit him in the wallet. They'll have to rethink what they're shouting on the stage there. Great to have you both. We could talk much more. We're out of time. They'll come back and see me soon. Gene and Ford, appreciate you both as always.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bianca.
Thanks, guys.